Well, I know it's been a couple weeks. I've been busy. Been forgetting the camera at the house too. But bought a trail behind disc mower conditioner so I can start mowing with the big tractor. We get the AC in it working real good now, and it gets cold in there now. Before it wasn't working at all. But it's a Case 3309. Needs a little bit of sheet metal work. I got metal, and I'm gonna replace this piece right here. The guy that had it before, I don't think did maintenance very much, because I've had to replace the CV joint here. It was garbage when I cut the field across the street from my dad's with it, and the CV joint was so trashed, the whole tractor was vibrating when you would turn the cutter on. When you turned, you would think it was coming apart. But so I'm gonna cut field in town today, and I'm gonna start off by replacing this hose. I'm gonna take this hose off this morning and go get a new one made. I don't really trust that one. Simple maintenance should keep bad things from happening. So let me go get some tools. Well, let's see if I can get the right size. No, it's too big. Oh shoot. There we go. Well, luckily I grabbed one that was a little too big. And I gotta do something about these hoses. I don't like the way they loop down, and you gotta do goofy stuff with them to keep them from hitting the drive shaft. There ain't a lick of rubber left on this hose. It's just a steel braid. So I'm running to the hose shop in town to get a new hose made.
Houston area.
Woo! Got out of the truck, now the camera's all foggy. But it's dry. Here we got a couple inches of rain this week, but it's hell, there's still big old cracks in the ground. Man, it is all foggy. But I'm gonna go home and put that hose back on and run over here and start cutting. Right, well, got the hose on, got it up here, we're ready to go. I just need to do something with these hoses. I got a good idea actually. I'm gonna take a clamp here, I'll show you. Take a D-ring and put it on there. Maybe that'll hold everything off the drive shaft. Problem is D-ring is almost not big enough. Yeah, the D-ring ain't big enough. I couldn't get the pin to fit, so I just took a hitch pin that's a little smaller and put it in there. That ain't holding much but them hoses. It'll be alright. Well, I'm out here bouncing around this field. I've been out for about 20 minutes. It's about 8 acres. I'm 2 passes around it. First 2 passes taking a while because I had a bunch of trees to go around. I ought to speed up a little bit. Kind of disappointed. I thought it was going to be pretty dry enough, but it turns out it wasn't. There's one spot of this field that is still pretty dang wet. Your cutter's doing good. I need to fix that spot where that rust hole is with the board on it. I'm worried that board's about to fall off and get sucked through the cutter and really break something. But it's 9 foot wide. That motor cutter that I have, it's 5'8". So I can definitely cut a lot more grass in a timely manner with this one. We'll see how long. I started right at 10 o'clock. See what time I get done. It would take me a little over 3 hours with that Kubota cutter. Well, let's go check out what kind of job it did. It took me right at an hour and a half to cut this place. So, let's see how it did. Fix the camera up here. It didn't do too bad. This over here, I have one problem. This spring came undone. I need a new pin for that. But other than that, it did a good job. It's kind of thin, but we were pretty dry this summer, or this spring. So we'll see. We'll see what it makes. I need to put the locks in. Well, good news is we got it cut. This was my problem with the drive shaft. So it doesn't, I can turn all the way now with no issues. No shaking, no rattling. But I gotta do something about this. I got some metal from when I built the bed on that yellow truck. I'm gonna replace this. But the cutter works great. I'm happy with it, especially for what I paid for it. Needs a little bit of TLC, but I'm used to having to work on everything. Yeah. That hose is gonna need to be replaced. And I need a pin for that. Pin holds that in. Other than that, it's good. I like it. Well, this will probably be it for today. I'm gonna come out here later, wash that radiator out, probably hook the baler up. But I haven't quite decided what I'm gonna do with this Kubota cutter. I don't want to get rid of it. I think my dad's gonna start helping us so he can put it behind his tractor and help us out. So that's it. I'll bail in a couple days and make that a separate video.